I am Captain Constantino, and we're going to be doing the rest of the trials, second day of trial of Ace Attorney for this. Oh, man. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. Oh, God. I've been playing at least 3 different games. Okay, Rise from the Ashes. Here we go. Gorgeous Mountains will now reconvene for the trial of Ms. Lana Sky. When they come back, we need to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. This guy. Witness, please state your name and occupation. You, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Yeah. Freaking hard time. Occasionally helping the elderly across the intersections we needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, listen to now if you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Man, I never heard Edward describe that one before. Now, Mr. Marshall, well, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? This brother's soul is as boundless as desert sands. The paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we just get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. You don't like that Texas drawl? My job was to keep a very eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time I went there. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time for me to hit the trail. Yeah, can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait, what did you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated what? Locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. They all have been, or at least a majority. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Yeah, thanks. Day of the crime. My job was to keep an eye on you. I'm supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. They ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems. Detectives who used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my thought it was a gold mine of evidence. You didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, Palmer. Ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite trouble. Sensors on the lock or handles cannot be seen. well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that they mentioned, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Tell us what you were doing at the place. Around the streets outside. Exactly, did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies there. I was just a caretaker who tiered the recordings. Tiered them? For years of nothing, not that useful. By the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing unusual was recorded. The tape started to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I erased the tape, it felt like I was erasing part of my life. It's kind of very dramatic, but so in actuality, you didn't physically enter the evidence room. You said it was supposed to make noise 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Hold it! I told you that ain't my style. In this problem, all I know is rules getting this way. In Desperados, I know joined the police force. 0 Officer Marshal on the day of the crime. Between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There's a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? No, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. What are you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Eating steak lunches that parlors down the road, Tapiana. That's a constant. You tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Oh, that's gross and taco. It's not my hands. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. Do you not want to raise this year? Hold it! Alabama officer, Marshal. That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. I'm planning to pin this up. Me to this crime. Better drop. There we go. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My silver horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. It seems clear despite being irresponsible regarding the evidence. This witness doesn't appear to even have seen it. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Didn't he say he was from California? This guy. I think I just figured it out. There we go. Like I picked the wrong thing, and then I suddenly, oh right then. Like I picked the wrong thing, and then is you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime, and yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene, or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I am the caretaker of that crib. I pay my respects, that is, I make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints are in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. The blood-stained fingerprints were at the scene of the crime? Blood was wiped away, however. All in all, the test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshal, it seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshal, about the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your blood fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. There we go. Like I said, it's only natural my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained fingerprint. Murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was just by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint completely up. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. Witness's explanation appears valid. It appears to be full of crap. Although there's room for doubt, it'd be fun without any doubt, partner. French may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something, I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Okay, he said it's only he just happened to be at the spot, same place as the bloodstain. Murderer touched this locker with my fingerprint. Bloodstain and fingerprint, completely unrelated. This guy's such a... It sounds like such bullshit. toss everything. Because how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yep, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean myself. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. That's all that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. It's strange if my prints weren't on over that locker. That's weird. Data has never been removed from the locker's program. I've been using my fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing. What about the bloody handprint? It wasn't mine. It's a mystery. Please explain. The locker was covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. Chance of that happening a million to one. On the contrary, one would argue just the opposite. Chances of that not. For me with a written in fingerprint. You want to know why? Stain and fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder. Right, look. Shut up. You don't see what omens. You knew the murderer was wearing gloves. How do you know that? You may be a learner, but I still do my job. I keep up with the reports. There's blood stain on the scene. Thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. However, no fingerprints have been detected in that handprint. Yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand of Officer Marshall's fingerprints. That's the only logical explanation. Whatever. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood on that in the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. Security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. Isn't getting us anywhere, Miss Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I'll continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Bad wasn't me in that. Me, right, partner? Find something. Careful with this. I want to get this done so freaking bad. I mean, damn it! Yeah, the music didn't change. So that video is the only direct evidence you have. That video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. Camera's panning back and forth and floor isn't shown. If anyone was familiar with the camera's position, they could have leave the room without being caught on tape.
Objection!
Not for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, that's right. You can show us evidence that this video indicates Marshal is present. Then please listen up. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshal. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. You might wind up being the one making the mistake. Okay then, let's have another look at this video. Shows incriminating evidence of the witness. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll not forget, Officer Marshal. Days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. If you sum that up, Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen on this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, Father. He lies in a certain locker shown on the video. A locker with the white cloth sticking out of it. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. The white cloth it's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshal? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't exact there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshal, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order! Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Murder. They needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault. He happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you just explained it. But you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I open that locker and I'll prove it. Fingerprint sensor? The same damn thing that we've mentioned at least 3 times before we got to this point. Talked about this earlier today. Lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. Locks are so aren't that obvious, or even some people who unfortunately don't know about the fingerprint marks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I've got one word for you, partner. No! Guess he sounds like Darth Vader. Order, witness, explain yourself. This is a joke. It's the worst one I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshal. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay, please answer the question. Is he now a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshal. I believe we can figure the rest. We can figure the rest out here. Can. Look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshal. So then, where was the witness? Seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshal at the time of the crime? He was right here! No.
Take that!
Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Mr. Detective Goodman, was. He hid his hair so well that you can't even see it in the pictures. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Objection!
That's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he knew for sure.
Objection!
I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. That's how the Detective Goodman would respond. He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story is puzzling me. The man had his ID card. Why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. And so he said, "Good shot." Excuse me. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on this. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blind. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. You have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? Still denying it. We're going to have to do better than that to break it, detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as a victim. Can't say I'm too careful on this position. I can't say I care for your beard, but I don't see you. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as a victim? Well, you can't have anything like that. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I hate this. I hate this because we literally have evidence that he did exactly that because he had to open up his own locker. So let's go to the locker, have him open it up, and voila, there's the damn thing. But no one thinks about this, I guess. Since you're the one who couldn't take the scissor heat. Can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Oh, I'm glad I'm not everyone's a complete idiot. Thanks, Sedgeworth. Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Let's try. Thinking outside the box. Shouldn't look for proof that Officer was in disguise. Or rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think the locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. If he did, despite the chance it might be undiscovered later as it has been. It means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense development, Officer Jake Marshall dressed as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. I know. cloth sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. Opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps evident video is the key to. Let's see this for the shot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, being the crime, the witness opened the locker, put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman. Entered the evidence room, though I don't know what end yet. However, there's something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you when asked to show you your ID. You pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. Bloody white coat with a bloody handprint. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Looks like he's on high heels. He's at least wearing boots. No. Look like freaking. No. No, they're not. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. Hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, you were only half as persistent as you are here today. We all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshal, tell the court what you did, all of it. Alright. Seems the time has come. I have to do it that day. Couldn't just stand by and let that I sold Detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas couldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you. There's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor in the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess it's he's the donor. There was way too much blood for such a small donation. Do it on that day. Couldn't let it just die. Hold it! When you say it, you mean you didn't even have to ask Father. Cell 9 incident. Here's the press absence as that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transfer that day. Now if I had anything to do with it. And since not over, but we didn't hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room. When the case is closed, only that case any detective can look through the evidence. I want to have a look at that for myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, Father. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Plus, he cares so much about it. That day was my last chance. That's why I stole Detective's ID and dressed like him. I plan to take out the evidence.
Hold it!
And you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman. Why didn't you make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer? I would arrest you for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool a security camera. And Detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started the lawsuit. I returned his ID card and left it on the floor of the prosecutor's office. ID card was left there right, Mr. Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open the lock yourself. Well, you could because the rubber door was just happened to be stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins, so I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew the juries couldn't have caught the camera. There wasn't any murder in evidence from that 5:15.
Hold it!
The blood found on the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. Are you blind? The victim shown in that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence is already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? Still missing, Your Honor. Goodman's locker is already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Oh, bitch. I have a feeling we'd end up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. You better take another look at the files. I didn't even look at the files. Check. Perpetrator. Victims. Neil Marshall. What? Trial later. The prosecutor knows that the witnesses on this guy. Investigation task force. On this guy. Head investigator. Investigator. Big Marshall. Eagle Star. Say I was a little surprised. I didn't plan on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Certainly is a 1 in a million type of buzz. Taking a detective for an intruder and a man who would be shown his ID. I'll have to think a little bit more about this race this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Nah. Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry we had to turn out that way. You knocking him out and everything. Wait, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this? Oh, I don't know what to say. I hope he cleaned it before he started using it to shave it. Let's escape. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape was erased every 6 hours. If so, while I got on this plan, no footage would have been left. However, he bloodied your coach and you'll struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room and I came out, the jig would have been up. Opened my locker, stashed in there. Officer Meekins doing it during that time. What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, that day, Officer Marshal, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing the detective's ID during the police transfer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. Can't be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Salary cuts are never a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. I don't know anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. Nurse has an unusual mother's. Let's hear more. I can't just forget the SL9 incident, you know why? I want to read into Marshal, I think I understand. I think I know why you were care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshal is mentioned in here. A list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. No, I remember. Prosecutor Marshall. He handled the SL9 incident before I did. That's right, he was killed. The case fell into your hands. What's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. A group of detectives those I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Joe Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That is all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in the fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane reactions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshal will plan to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery is finally cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. But the things that happen, my chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time, the murder at the prosecutor's office. This fake murder was going on at the police department. It's got to be more than just that. So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Scott.
Objection!
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's
Objection!
which is why we examined the incident in the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me this boy's got to draw on you, partner. All the mysteries of the police department have been resolved, no doubts about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Scott. And the testimony of one Ms. Angel Starr is completely incontestable. Our response, make it the single word or yet less. Arg. I rest my case. Seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. It's proving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt that I proved that it's true, that our apparent murder in the security kid whose tape really was fake. I didn't realize I would end up proving Lana guilty. Then the time for the verdict is arrived. The court finds the defendant. Hold it! Here we go. Minor, wait. Emma. The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? Yeah, sure. What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, please, Your Honor, all I'm asking you is 1 minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock when finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings. She mentioned it. Even both Sky's sisters were. But that's when I figured out. I mean, what Officer Marshal was trying to do on that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. I mean, the traces of blood found on the detective gumshoes locker. But no fingerprints were found on that, right? Nope, I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be able to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So, did you find something? No. Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Wow! What a dick. Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. Anyone can say well as you. Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, has any reasonable doubt remained? Here's the fences troubled by the other blood smell. Okay, the 4 plans. Fingerprints was discovered around here. This is where a problem is. Is there a problem with this? Right. It can't be of more use. Still, you can't find anything wrong with that blood. Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. You don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. You're right. You needed to concentrate. It's now. Wrong with that handprint. Detective Bunch, could there be something I'm missing? Yeah, sure, let's do it. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those 4 plans. Oh, that's my marker. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yeah, this is strange. Take a good look at these 4 plans. Something is missing. You see? You mean that something hasn't been drawn on there? It's something that when drawn will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let's pray that offense isn't simply trying to buy time. No, that's pretty much what the defense is trying to do. Well, Mr. Wright, all this evidence here. There's got to be something that can use. The question is, which item to prove something is missing on the 4 plans? Say back west, even a blind man can hit the buckshot. That is, so long as he faces in a general direction. Seems Mr. Wright's not sure which direction he'll face. The more evidence there is, the greater the chance of me being wrong. Now, Mr. Wright, I don't remember what the evidence means. Bullshit! I know exactly what it's going to be, and what just happened is bullshit. About that piece, plywood, blue badge. Okay. All right. I'm calling absolute bullshit on this. Okay, because that videotape clearly showed the badger being right where we're going to mark it. We're going to mark the badger right where he's supposed to be on the floor plans. I just have this thing, which means that we just had to take an extra step to do what was already done. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit. For truth regarding explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Look at the floor plans in the crime scene. The blue badger is not there. Thank you. Like I said, the tape showed that. Oh. So watch what happens when we put them in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime scene. The Blue Badger. He was a little bit further forward since everybody was walking behind him. Well, what? That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing there, you can't see the handprint on this locker. So that means, just exactly what does it mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? That traces are undeniable. You found on that locker. No, look at me. It's alright, I think I get through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the ambulance, right? After he put it down, it was possible to leave the handprint on that locker. So that must mean his blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. So much bullshit in the last 4 minutes here. Balderdash in my courtroom. And we've gone through 4 previous trials with nothing but balderdash entering the courtroom. That bald-headed dope. It's the only possible explanation on February 21st in the police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? People were cut. One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand. And from which a trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is, the other time, someone bled prior to the struggle shown on the tape. It had to have been. Detective Goodman, he was really mad at. Objection! I'm telling you, it was weekend at Goodman's. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. Murder portrayed in the security tape have been proven to be fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Dueling objections. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Summarize the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was opposing Detective Goodman, another incident took place at that evidence room. That's right, the blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did the first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, will the defense please present the evidence?
Take that!
Crime took place inside evidence room when the killer would have to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh! Gotta use the card before. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, it would be 4:40. Ah! Ah! How's Edgeworth? Just what have you done? Never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, ain't getting it. Right, I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminal protest that blood was never there. Blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, Officer Meekins and the Marshal failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. Was it? Was it though? I mean, it was obviously still there. It wasn't wiped away. I would have just had 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry the body away, clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining, 77777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Oh, not to cover up Edgeworth. Just... Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777777. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out who's IDing this. Yeah. That's 1 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card, at least at present. But, blame yourself, son. The ID number belongs to someone with a rank of Captain Ohio. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. You don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. Why? I think this... Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Oh my god, even you know something stupid when even Phoenix is calling it out. I'm not finished with talking, Mr. Wright. Yeah. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. An official charge filed against an executive is accepted. Official charge. Okay, so let me get this straight. They can't find out whose number this is because of their rank. But the only way they can do it is if they charge someone of said rank. I'm sorry, this is it's so stupid, this is about as close to real life as it gets for how the justice system works. With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. Knees and heels! I take pride in my work, Officer Marshal. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question, Yes. No, not to you, to her. That defendant sitting over there. Your little executive.
Objection!
Hey, Kelp, how's it going? Welcome to the, I don't even know what it is anymore. Don't be stupid, she's been charged with murder. Of course she's looked at her ID not, and it's not 77 Don't claim me for a full partner. That's not what I want to ask. I want to know is one thing about that incident. Marshal 9 incident? Answer me this, Chief, the prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? You looked at me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and said you did. Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshal. Why won't you answer? Why won't you answer him? Drastic crime. These require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Alana! Alana! Even if it involved forging evidence. See, that's what I'm talking about. Come on! No! Management works cause such a story. Chaos in the courtroom cannot be present. Following day. To be continued. And that's going to be it for this tonight. Oh my god, that lasted longer than it had any right to. Seriously, it lasted way too damn long. Ugh. It was shorter than I expected, but longer than it should have. I'll just give it that. Oh, yeah. Save. Don't want